Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching On the Town another week. We're so happy to have you here. Today I got some of my friends from all backgrounds joining me, and we're talking about foods and how we should focus on the things that make us alike instead of things that make us different. But before I start, let me introduce my lovely panel of friends. We have here Meredith Kramer, educator and yoga instructor. Hey Meredith.
Hi, Tanya. Thanks for having me.
And we have producer and host of Five Black Comics on Saturdays at 5, Mr. Carl Yard. Hey, Carl.
Hi.
How are you, a Barbadian?
I'm good.
And we have my friend Laura Eisler, another comedian who's in and out. She'll be in and out because, we love our Wi-Fi, don't we? Here we go. So don't worry about that, audience. She will be here. Laura, there you are. See, there's Laura. Hey, Laura.
Yeah, no, but I'm not there. So.
That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. This is Zoom. I've seen Rachel Ray have mistakes.
How are you?
So
No,
okay.
there. I'm supposed to be there.
I know, but we see your beautiful face. We're good. We're good. And then we have I'll call him the gangster of comedy, comedian Tony Viagra. What's up, Tony?
Hey, Tanya, how's it going?
Good. And then
Howdy, everybody.
Hey, Tony. Then we have retired mom, community leader, Emma Bird. Hey, Emma. How are you? We haven't seen you in so long. Emma's a dear old friend of mine, guys. We go way back.
Hi, Emma.
Hey, Grandma. I see you out there. I see you, Jen, Donna.
Hey, Donna.
Mm-hmm. And then, look, I was going to say
Hi, Donna.
Myself. Hello. I thank you guys all for joining me today. You guys are awesome. So everyone loves to eat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing, we got to pay taxes, we got to die, and you got to eat, right?
Yes.
That's it. So I have my first corny joke of the day. You ready?
Sure.
What
Ready.
does racist and veggies have in common?
What?
Better roasted?
They both have to get roasted by a vegetarian comic. Maybe that was too long. Carl, should I have cut that down? Carl, should I have cut that down?
Yeah. We can dissect that joke.
Exactly.
Biology class. Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, we got that. Okay, all right, Laura, you're double vision right now. Double vision. But it's all right. It's all good. Don't worry. So here's the thing, guys. No matter what color you are, right? You have to eat, right?
Sorry.
And there's only so many staples of foods that a human being can eat, right? But listen in, for my viewers out there, I want you to listen in and listen to the things that we have in common. Even the way we prepare food, different things. If you have any tradition, guys out there, type it in the chat box. If you hear us say something and you have a different way of doing it, or you do it the same way, put it in the chat box. We'd love to know and read it later and compare. So the first thing I noticed, I was just Googling foods from around the world and blah, 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 seeing, what's some things that's different. So the first thing up is, we'll call them pot stickers in some cultures, right? You know what I'm talking about? The little rolled thing there. They do it in China. They do it. I think they have stickers also in Japan. They have them all over. We call them. I call them. What do you call them? Dumplings.
Dumplings. Yeah.
That's what I call them. Carl, what do you call them in Barbados?
What pot stickers? You said?
Yeah. It's like dough with like vegetables or beef or pork in it, whatever they want to.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
We don't have that, but we have dumplings, which is just like a flour. You mix like flour and some kind of like cinnamon and nutmeg. Oh. And then you roll it. You mix it, like make like almost like a patty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you drop it in soup, and we call it a dumpling.
Are they always sweet, Carl?
It's kind of like fried dough.
Oh, okay. Well, then
we don't fry it. We put it in soup. And then
well, that's what makes it a dumpling, right, guys?
Right, and that makes it a dumpling.
Emma, in our American Southern culture, don't we do dumplings like that?
We call it
dumplings.
Yeah. Just because it's cinnamon and it don't make it sweet.
Oh, right. That's true. That's true. Yeah. It's flour, water, and
water. We put nutmeg.
We don't put nutmeg, right?
Yeah, we put nutmeg.
You do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you put a little bit of baking powder if it just to make it give it a little, fluff.
But beef, I would do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And does anybody else have those kind of things in their culture? It could be called something.
Yes.
You
Yes.
do? What do you have?
In the Jewish world of cuisine, it's called a krepla.
Oh, krepla, really?
Yeah. And it's a dough with the.
Was just telling me. He said, "Mom,
Pardon
you
me?
make it all the time."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, but
Yeah, the
I'm
volume.
sorry.
Yeah, turn your volume up, Emma. Let's see. Turn your volume up. I'm trying to turn mine up. Is mine up? You can hear me, everybody?
Yes, yours is good. This is great.
Yeah. So what do you call it, Tony? What's it called again?
A krepla. A krepla.
Krepla.
Yeah, and I hate them. because they have meat in them, and I'm a vegetarian, and I'm not very fond of eating meat. I don't eat meat.
Right.
And so, I mean, if they had something other than meat, I guess they've broadened their world now. I guess you can get cheese krepla now too, and
yeah,
and that would probably be good, a cheese krepla. But I'm not in any position, and I'm divorced. I live alone, so I'm not in any position to run around, making things or buying things unless it's frozen and can be made in the microwave within 3 minutes.
Right.
Pardon me?
You're a microwave kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm a microwave kind of guy. Can't you tell? I mean, my head keeps getting bigger from that microwave, And so but they're called krepla. And
I know this, but it's been a while.
And I know there's like delis, in Manhattan or Brooklyn that have those things.
Yeah.
And but I haven't had one. I mean, I remember when I was about 6 years old, 7 years old, and my mother. I'll make the story really short. I don't want to spend an hour talking about my family history. How screw up my family's. But I was about 7 years old, and my mother's brother's kid had a bar mitzvah in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or was it Audubon, New Jersey, around Cherry Hill somewhere. And we were far away, but we went down and we went to it, and it was a big deal because he was an optometrist. He had lots of money, and we had nothing. But anyways, it was it was catered in the gym in the synagogue. Remember, I'll never forget this. That a guy came around with a waiter came around with a big pot and a server and said krepla. I didn't know what it was. I said, what's a krepla? I never heard. I said, no, thank you. But then I found out what a krepla is later. But so I don't want to make this too long. So
yeah. No, I got you. Krepla.
Yeah, krepla.
I remember that. I remember that. Well, I know. Let's see. I know in Spanish culture they have the empanadas is what I call close to that. I would call that. They have something.
The thing with them.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, that was okay. I was going to say the thing with empanadas is that they're like a lot larger, and they're primarily more savory. So different than what Carl was saying, which he made it sound like his are mostly sweet. And then Tony said that the Jewish version is more savory with meat or something in it. So empanadas are
definitely not sweet.
Yeah, empanadas closer to like a calzone, I would think.
No.
Calzones are good.
Okay, that's a good analysis. But
the cheese calzone is good. Yeah.
The commonality of it is that it's made of dough. Dough.
Yeah.
Pretty much dough and water.
Filling.
Water, I think, pretty much. So that was it.
Well, they're typically fried, I think. That's why God made sweatpants, is because they're fried.
We got Heather Arrigo says that her mom makes chicken and dumplings. Girl, you ain't never lied. We make that too. Chicken and dumplings, and drops the dumpling, yes, and the chicken broth and soup also. It's like the best upgraded chicken soup with more flavor. Yeah. Absolutely, Heather. I think everybody has that chicken type dumpling thing going on, right?
I know that I went to like a Korean barbecue type place, and they had them, but they were full of soup. So so it's like a dumpling, almost like a wonton, like a mushy sort of soft thing. But you bite into it, and there's hot liquid soup inside. So it's just a different take on kind of a similar thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think they stole that from the Chinese because that's a soup dumpling. Yeah.
It's a wonton.
It's kind of like a wonton, but instead of just having the meat inside, it was hot liquid.
hot liquid. Ooh.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart. That's for
It's
sure.
soup. It's just soup in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Laura, exactly.
Wow, that's really weird. I would like to take that one day.
No, it's delicious.
I want
It's
to
really
taste it.
good.
I want to check it out. What about? I know Italians have gnocchi. You ever heard of gnocchi?
Yes.
Yes,
Those noodles.
potatoes.
Those noodles.
Yeah. Well, isn't it is it
dough?
just flour or is it potatoes and something flour?
I think they're really heavy. Like it's not something you can eat more than like 3 of because it's like a belly bomb. I think
they're little. They're little.
Yeah, but it's very dense.
Yeah, no, I know because trust me when I tell you they are the same to me as a dumpling. It's just a different shape, a different size, and do you put something in it or not? So it's all flour water based in my opinion, and theirs is a little thicker, so that's why it's like it's some people eat that just by itself. They don't put no meat or anything because it's like you said, it's heavy and it's a meal in itself.
Right.
But I like gnocchi, and if I would have known about it sooner, I would have been putting that in my chicken dumplings instead of having to do all that rolling and whatever I had to do. What about this? Huh? I know. Well, listen, I found ways to cheat because when I realized that other cultures do things have the same thing, but it's a little bit different touch to it. I said, why am I wasting my time in the kitchen doing this? Especially like gnocchi to me. If I throw that in the pot, I don't. It's the seasoning that's going to make it, our regular beef stew. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not the how I put the flour and dough in there. It's not. I don't think. And maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
I actually put juca in my soup, my beef. If I don't eat beef stew anymore, but if I ate beef stew, I'd put juca in it.
What's that?
That's like I have one here. I just bought. It looks like a waxed yam that's brown, and it's from
Oh, you mean we call it a cassava?
Cassava.
Yes. Cassava, you make flour out of it. I've had chips made of cassava flour.
Yeah, cassava is better than juca, according to like.
They're kind of similar though. They're very, very similar in taste.
I think they're really similar.
They are.
Ham.
The is derived from the cassava. Cassava is the real root that you'd want if you were asking Dr. Sebi. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So either one's better than eating crap, but well, not literally. But
crap is in the eye of the beholder.
they are thick when you boil them. They actually become like a potato type thing, but just more of a soft bite to it. So if you're a vegetarian, they are the best thing to put in soups and like it's like a good filler. So
what is it?
Heather, you know about yuca, right? Yes, they're delicious. And she's
Yuca.
Yeah, yuca. Y-U-C-C-A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a vegetarian thing. It's a vegetarian item.
Yeah,
it's a huge vegetable.
It looks like a yam.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a yam that's brown with wax over it.
Oh,
so
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, you got to peel it. I'll show you after we get off. I'll show you. I have. I'll show you. It's really good.
Okay.
Especially
Heather also said pierogies, which is a Polish.
Pierogies. Yeah, it's a Polish, very popular Polish.
Very Polish dish. Very popular Polish dish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pierogies, I love pierogies. Oh my gosh. Woo.
But they're all comfort foods. And if any of you noticed, some people call their significant other dumpling, whether they're trying to be sarcastic or not. Which means you're thick and full of, I don't know, cinnamon or beef. I'm not sure.
Heather has details. She said pressure cook with red onions, Dominican style. Go, Heather. You really got it going on there, girl. Your house when this quarantine's over. So what about this one, guys? Anybody make chicken stew?
No.
I make chicken soup. I don't call it stew.
Right. I was gonna say they call in Africa they have an African chicken dumpling African chicken stew I looked it up and it looks the same as African American Southern beef stew to me, except a little bit more spice kick to it. They seem to look like it looks more orangey, the sauce. So I was like, ooh, they're messing around with that cayenne, the cayenne pepper. You don't have anything like that, Carl, in Barbados that has like like the red meat, the potatoes and the carrots and onions.
Yeah, I mean we call it a stew. You put in a whole bunch of different stuff. Mm-hmm. And we do a lot of we brown a lot of stuff like browning. I don't know if you guys use browning, gravy browning.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Oh, sorry, my dog.
I don't.
Sorry, my dog tried to get him. My dog said he uses it too. Listen to him.
Yeah.
I use that too all the time. So what about this one? You guys got to have this one. The beef patty is in Jamaica, they call it, but we call it here. They have empanadas. Anybody have anything similar?
In Barbados, it's a beef patty also.
It is?
Beef patty. Okay.
I love that. It's just dough with the meat in it, I guess, right?
Yeah, but it's not very popular though. It's not like.
Well, it's not healthy for you.
My-
That's probably why.
My grandma used to do
Because I don't know what's the dough made. It's not regular flour.
It's fried. That's for sure.
Well, I bake mine, but what is the dough? What is the dough? I don't remember what the dough is.
It's not beef patties are baked, not fried. Empanadas or whatever. The Mexican stuff is fried.
Okay.
Beef patties are baked.
Yeah, that's what I say. I bake mine. I don't fry mine.
Yeah. Beef patties are baked.
A lot of trans fat going on in there. What about this one? They have. I know Irish have. Okay, well, you can't really compare. We'll compare it to something else. Shepherd's pie. So what's close to shepherd? I think beef patty. What's the other thing?
Shepherd's pie is mashed potatoes with ground beef in the middle. That's what we call it. Shepherd's pie.
Yeah, shepherd.
Yeah.
You have that too, Carl?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love making shepherd pie. If I still ate red meat, I'd make a mean shepherd's pie. You showed me once, I got it. You know. What else? So yeah, empanadas is close to that. What else? What is that one? What is this one?
Chinese have a curry tart that's really good. And it has sort of like a breading type thing over it. It's very flaky.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Wow.
You know what we do in Barbados?
Chinese, so whatever I say, if I say it with authority, then
Somebody will believe you.
Generation Americans, so
In Barbados, when we fry chicken,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you guys do this, but you slit the chicken, like make a pocket, and then you take like jerk season and you stuff it inside.
Yes, God.
You slit before you fry it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that anywhere else.
Well, I have when I season a breast, Tony, I know this is grossing you out. When I season a breast,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
When I season a breast,
If I pass out, you'll know.
I know. When I season a breast, if it's a thick one, I do a semi slice, and I make sure I let my season sit overnight.
But I mean, do you like cut a pocket and put stuff in there?
I don't put stuff in there, but I make sure the seasoning's in there. So you put stuff in it?
Yeah, like jerk seasoning. You seen a jerk seasoning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put that in that pocket.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
did
no.
that today. There's orange and thyme to season my chicken.
Ooh, that sounds good. I can vouch for her chicken, guys. That's all I can tell you. Heather, tell me what'd you say, Heather? What did I put in my shepherd's pie? Girl, when I ate the red meat, I stopped eating red meat now, but when I ate the red meat, I put the you put the mashed potatoes or whatever, and then you have corn, and then it becomes your seasonings, really. And then that's discretionary depending on how you like your hamburger meat season. So I know there's a traditional way to do it in Ireland, then the English have their way, but I do it my way. I make sure that season is that's really the you know what I'm saying? That's the base of getting the whole thing. Make it taste. Yeah. And then the pie part, I cheat, and either I see if I can find one that's semi-made, because I'm not doing it from scratch, or I have done it from scratch, but I don't make that often because I find out that staple of food is not really healthy. There's nothing really nutritional for me, so I stop eating. Jerk season is good. Yes, Anthony, you're right. I try, and like today, I went and got French fries, the worst thing in the world. I'm cheating. I'm admitting my cheat alive. I went and got this. The worst cheat in the world. That's the worst thing to happen.
From where?
Yeah, from where is right.
Burger King.
Burger King.
Oh, McDonald's are so much better.
Send me my check. Because I didn't want to plug them.
For the fries.
What
They're okay once in a while.
Yeah, very once in a while. Huh?
I said, if you're gonna cheat, go to McDonald's for the fries.
Oh, well,
I'm with Emma.
Yeah, but I had to stop because of two reasons. One, they use soybean oil, which this place might too, but I itch when I get soy. No, come on. I can't use soy. That's my dog. See, he's saying Grandma, you can't use soy. Let me talk to the dog. I'm just going. He's like, I told you not to eat them French fries.
If I'm cheat on McDonald's.
Really? They don't. Their fries don't taste the same like when we used to go back in the day. They don't taste the same.
I agree.
Oh no! See, I now because Burger King fries taste like real potatoes to me, but that's just me. But so
tastes like real potatoes. I used to work there, and we'd actually get 50-pound bags of potatoes delivered.
Yeah. Oh, so they were real?
Put them in the peeler, and you'd have to move the arm and put the thing in, and oh my god, we'd make tons of it. It was actually fresh
at McDonald's.
And no,
Burger King.
Oh, because I was like,
where?
Fries are not. If I'm not mistaken, they're already pre-come.
No, they come. No. McDonald's fries come all together, like they're frozen together.
They come frozen from Idaho.
Yeah, that's where I was like, yeah, I don't know, but I thought Burger King was real. Taste more real anyway.
You guys, fries. You know, their French fries from the potato baron of Idaho, a guy named J.R. Simplot, who I think passed away, but he owned millions of acres of potato fields in Idaho, and he contracted with McDonald's years ago to sell them French fries.
French fries. Who. So what's a food that you guys think that I missed? I know there's what?
Croissant.
Oh, croissant. Yes, because everybody has a bread staple, right?
Well, yeah, well, for sure it's a bread staple. But in Argentina they have media luna. So they look like they look kind of sort of like croissant, they're just really shrunk down. But it's more like it's very similar.
Wow. Yeah, no, I know there's the croissant. Well, that's a flaky thing. So it depends. You know, the English muffin, a bagel. There's different types of bread. Yeah.
Does anybody know why they call them French fries? Anybody? I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know either because the French didn't make them, did they?
Oh,
well, in Canada,
French fries, but the Germans, I thought, and I could be wrong.
Well, the Germans call them pommes frites.
Pommes frites, right? That's right.
Well, that's French. That's pommes frites.
They
the German version, pommes frites or something.
The Germans, I don't know if it's the Germans. I have to look that up, guys. I think they made it up. I don't think the French made French fries, believe it or not. And
I don't think so.
Got that name because probably us Westerners was like, yeah, let's just name it French fries. I don't know where they got that from.
Several years ago, we used to call them freedom fries because we were anti-French.
Well, that was back in the what year was that? Was that during the Carter administration?
The 90s, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that recent? I thought it was longer than that.
It might have been. It might have just come back around.
You had some kind of fallout with the French about something. I forget what it was.
The statue. You know the thing.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. No. No. I don't know. I'm not sure. I should have Googled that, but I tried to have the pictures up, and for some reason, there's all this copyright stuff going on now, so I got to figure that out, and I didn't. So who's this over here? Donna said roti. Donna, how do you make roti?
Yeah, roti is
what is that?
It's like
a bread.
A bread, like a kind of like a burrito, the same kind of thing you put a burrito in.
Oh
yeah, like a wrap, like a wrap.
It's similar to a burrito, very similar to a burrito.
Okay.
So the actual flour, you make it flat out like a circle. It's a big circle, and then you put potatoes, meat, whatever, chicken, vegetables, whatever, and then you fold it, and then you fold it up.
Right.
And then you fold it up. Whereas a burrito is long, like a cylinder type shape. Roti is more square, but it's pretty much the same. It's very
and where is roti eaten?
Roti is in the Caribbean, Trinidad,
cool.
Barbados.
Jamaica. Yep.
I'm not sure Jamaica makes rotis.
They do.
But it's an Indian dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
right.
Indian from India.
Right. Indian from India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I said, who's this? Donna says not as thick. That's what it was. So what about I wanted to ask you guys about something else to switch just a little bit. What about chastising? Do you think that like there's some cultures, like if I was a kid in the mall right now, if you was a kid in the mall and you started acting up, what would your parents do?
Yank my arm out of its socket?
Yell,
that's
make a
not
funny
chastising.
What'd you say?
I said my kids, I had a look before I even left home.
That's true.
I know. My mom would have just looked at me like this.
The death stare with the with the rock eyebrow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
like-
Yeah. No, you look. My parents would look at you like, yeah, yeah. No, some parents. What do they do in Barbados, Carl?
I got lots of spankings. I got beat. Is what they mean with spanking. You got beat, punched, drag.
Switch.
You got switch. Got garden hose. A piece of garden hose.
Garden hose. Wait. Hold up. We don't want to have to call CPS 30 years later. 40 years later. Huh?
But I made a vow. I made a vow that when I had kids, I was never going to hit them.
Uh-huh.
And I kept that. So I broke that cycle. Absolutely.
Hats off to you, Carl.
Great.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't
great.
do that with my kids. Only one time. And that was thousands of years ago. But, you know, there's only one golden rule. Huh?
It only takes one time. All my kids can tell you where. One was ShopRite, one was a drugstore, the other was they can tell you right wrong.
Very effective.
It was done.
Yeah, see, some parents. Laura, Laura, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How'd your mom and dad chastise you? Like, so if you were in the mall and you were like 5 years old having a tantrum, what would they do?
The same. You know, they just like grab you and just say, please, you know.
Come with me, kid, right now. Yeah, no, my mom, yeah. No.
If you're in the mall, they act up. They give you the death stare. But if you're home, you know,
ooh,
that's rough.
It's a wrap.
Forget it. It's a wrap.
Anthony said, like the
roti.
Yeah.
My mom used to do because sometimes she gets to get the belt. And you know what's funny? How we say, I needed it.
Yeah.
That's the best. I needed that beating. I
was sassy.
I was a bad kid.
My mother used to show us the Hot Wheel track.
The Hot Wheel track?
No joke.
No, not the Hot Wheel track. No, my mom used to be like, I want you to go over there and pick me out one of them twigs.
Yeah.
I was like, one of them twigs? Yes, because you're going to be beat with it. I was like, that's abuse. She was like, well, if I was a foster kid, so they were like, well, if the agency really thinks it's that bad, tell them to come get you because I'll have your stuff packed on the porch. I was like, wow. My mother did not care. She was like, I have a lot of kids to raise, and you're going to definitely listen to me. Now, I think you guys, I don't know if you heard of this before, but I think beatings, as they call them, and I'm not talking about bitches. No beating's good. Okay, let's clarify.
Yeah.
I'm talking about spanking. I think it comes from, and I could be wrong, so I want you to correct me. During slavery, I know that people had to chastise their kids because if they didn't, they might find them by a tree somewhere. So I know from my mom and my grandmother told me the reason why they were so harsh is because if they said don't go out and you go out, you could be dead. So that was like they had to literally beat it into you. Like, you're going to listen because one wrong move and we could all be dead. So I think it followed generation to generation. And even though those threats are no longer there, I think we just was like, I'm the parent and this is what I said.
Yeah.
So
in Barbados, we used to get that beatings kept you out of prison.
Yeah.
If you don't beat your kids, they're going to end up in prison. So that was the rationale for beating the hell out of kids in Barbados.
Yeah.
Carl, do you think that's the case now, or was that back in the day? Is that
I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't lived back there, and I mean, I go back and forth, but I haven't lived there, so
right?
You know, but all beatings did for me was made me angry.
Yeah.
Now, to this day, anybody raise their hand like they're gonna hit me, I get so angry. Like,
of course,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I don't believe in beating children either because A, you're sending the wrong message to them. B, you're teaching them the wrong way to deal with problems. So it's like, I'm right and you're wrong. Huh?
Why both? They got punished. They used to hate punishments because you stand in the corner on 1 foot or you stay in the house for
corner on 1 foot?
Corner on 1 foot, or even sat in the corner with a book. That was
my God. The book sounds better. The book sounds actually better because now you're learning while you're in this time out.
You know, my kids, my middle one was in the corner on his 1 foot because everything else didn't.
My God.
He's a good young man now.
I know. Well, I was going to say all your boys are on point. So
I had long conversations with my two sons. I would sit and talk to them, and I explained to them why I was disappointed in what they did, and that worked. You know,
that's a great way to do it. That's my
But when
philosophy on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
Absolutely.
They're really
And
little, and they come to the store and stuff, you got to be able to show them without killing them. So
yeah,
that was what I did to mine when they were young. And when they were
Well, I'm opposed to violence against children and animals.
yes.
I have zero tolerance for it.
Yeah.
Violence against anybody, not just children and animals. Anybody.
Yes, and that's that absolutely. I'm a Quaker, you guys know, so I'm totally anti-violent. Right. And I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to think if I ever well, I think I did have to spank my daughter once in her lifetime.
You probably felt worse than she did.
No, I think only once, and that was because of a language thing. That's why I had to shut that down real quick, and there was at that immediate time, there was nothing I could do about it. I look back and say that was pretty stupid, but there's nothing I could do to take it back. But my kids never really got spankings because they always listen to me. So I'm I think if you train them babies to have dialogue and listen and talk, then why would I need to beat you? You're my baby.
Absolutely.
Tanya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why you want to screw up their minds when they're kids?
Yep. Well, I know I can't believe the time went already, but I was late coming on, so that's why I stayed on a few seconds.
That's all. No worries.
Let me just see who's on here. Donna, Jennifer, hi. How you doing? Who we got here? Norma. What did she say?
Norma, Anthony.
Hi, you guys. Yep. Who's that? No sugar. Okay, that was that. Mom. Oh, Heather. What'd she say? I'm trying to give reminder. Yeah, dumplings. Hi, Wandra. Heather. Juka. Yes. And we got Donna said, what'd she say? Wait, I'm not quick here, guys. Who's coming back in? Oh, that's Tony.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Button.
Okay. That's all right. Who's here? Not this thick, I believe in spankings, Donna said. I don't blame you. Hey, whatever works for you. I just as I got older now and I'm wiser, I realized that sorry, Anthony, no, I know you didn't say that. I realized that now you have to be able to communicate for anything you do. And if you can't communicate, then you do become angry and you do lash out and you may be numb to violence. So teaching children to speak and to be tolerant and patient and articulate, I think is way better.
I agree.
Better. Yeah,
I agree.
Okay. And I know there are some kids that you'd be like, "Oh, Lord Jesus, help me, Lord Jesus." But even those kids, I worked with special needs kids, and so I don't know. Just give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. What do you call it? So yeah, so I was someone called me as I'm speaking, so I apologize. It was a long distance call, but I'm not taking it. 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I was speaking. Spanking is always the last resort. Yes, Donna, it is. Yeah. And I think, to each his own. I don't believe in hitting kids anymore because it's not. I never did, but if I did, I don't believe in it because I realize speaking is everything. And to end the show, I will say this: that we as people have to learn how to speak to each other and how to be more tolerant of each other. And that's the only reason why I wanted to have you guys on. Just as corny as it may be seen, I wanted to have my friends on and just talk about something so simple as food. Because
it's not corny at all.
That's the thing that brings us together. And I think each of you have. I didn't get a chance to eat dinner with you yet, Tony, because we're far away. And Carl and I did. But everybody else, I think. Well, I don't think Meredith. Have we might have had a mic or something. We might have eaten at a mic.
I think so. Long time ago.
Pretty much, yeah. I love, and Emma, I've had your food, so woo. Over 20 if I was down there with her. Because she cooked. Not just as food, but she cooked. So anyway, I just want to have you on and show people how.
I said, well, we cook too.
Oh, I know. Don't mention it. I was just thinking of his fried chicken the last time I had it. Lord Jesus. Woo, don't even tell me. You're making me want to revert back to my old ways. So clearly we do a lot of things different. It's just a matter of how we prepare things that are different. But what I want us to take away from this show is just finding people that you have things in common with. And it is not to make anybody feel like they have to convert to anybody else's thing or be anybody else's thing. You can be yourself, but whatever you be, you should be in the company of other people if we want to forward America and stop all the racist and racism, and all that thing. Because if we're around each other enough and we see each other and respect each other, and not saying you have to change anything, you have to change everything, but we respect each other, then maybe it'll be possible to ignore people like the Proud Boys and Karens, because they're outnumbered because of people like us who have an eclectic group of friends, and we're not, we're leading by example. How about that?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you learn nothing else from today's show, guys, please, if you can diversify your portfolio, your friend portfolio, you know what I'm saying? And not, not in a forcible way. Just be open to different people, different cultures, different foods. Just be open to it. That's all. Nobody say you have to change. You don't have to go hang out with whoever you don't want to hang out with, but just be open to it. So then you won't say,
frog legs, though.
huh? What are you eating?
I said, I ain't eating no frog legs, though.
Oh, listen, that's Louisiana, baby. I had some fried ones. They were good. I hate to say it.
All right.
But yeah, okay, so much for that. But anyway, guys, I thank you guys for being my co-hosts here, Carl, Meredith, Emma, Laura, Tony. You guys are the best. And guys, thank you out there for watching again. Just wanted to try something different. Remember that we are all really the same. We bleed the same. We cry the same.
Don't be afraid to reach out and make a friend from another group.
That's a good idea. I think
Yeah,
so.
it's called diversity.
It's very scary.
It is.
Diversity is great.
Diversity is great. That's right. Because guess what? No matter what you do, it's happening. It's going down. Thank you guys for watching.
Tanya, thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you, guys.
Tanya.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.